Well, how about to help people who are listening get to know you? Why don't you give our listeners your elevator or barbecue pitch on who you are and what you do?
See, that's kind of hard, but I used to tell people I was in the life-changing business just because it made people go, hey, you know, because it's hard to explain what I do half the time. So what I meant by that was we use the same creative tactics and strategies and executions to tell stories that sort of mainstream and quotes would use, but I sell or try to market uh, change in people's behaviors to move countries, move cities, move jobs, move companies, find out the culture of companies and reasons why you want to join. So I use the same thing to do that. So it's sort of a bit of, creative and recruitment and marketing all mashed together into a unique little thing we do. Yeah, that's sort of it. Then on the side, I consult with a couple of startups at the moment on, branding and strategy stuff. Mm.
And so
So
you travel around with a camera and a microphone and tell people stories, pretty much.
yeah,
Is
well, it's
that a good
different now.
summary?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sort of. It's more video production now. So in the last whatever like how many years I've been at Haynes Attract, we evolved it from the standard talking heads documentary style videos to telling full stories. So we can range from doing those documentary style videos. So that's why I love getting out and about around the whole country. I've got a story in almost every town of someone who's done a cool thing, um, or works at a cool place. And so that evolved into creating TV ads and short form videos and all sorts of stuff, showcasing people and their culture and the companies, So yeah, it's taken me all over the place. Actually, when I first got into it, it took me to Australia as well as Singapore, and then recently I've just been years all over New Zealand. Every regional flight, I know what it's like, and I know why no one likes going on them. Yeah, yeah,
Good to know. So
yeah.
I just love talking to you every time we talk. I just love hearing the stories about who you've met and where you've been, and it's fascinating. But before you got into this kind of video production space, what were you doing before that, and how did you get there?
Well, I before I joined the recent company Haynes Attract, I worked in the creative industry, as graphic designer, web developing, design, all that kind of stuff. And before that, I was in the film industry, just starting out, running around in those horrible cold nights with, clapper boards and stuff like that. But before I joined Haynes, I had a company of my own, which was in digital marketing space. And so we spent time, selling Yellow Pages stuff as well as Google stuff and mapping stuff and all sorts of other crazy things that eventually became regular banner advertising and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. So we spent a bit of time doing that and then got out of that. Um, I got a bit bored of owning, not bored, but annoyed about owning the business and then running it and then working in it and then pitching to clients and,
Mhm.
the millions of hats everyone else wears that, will come on this podcast. So I kind of like the idea of not having to run the business and just doing the work. So that's what Haynes enabled me to do when I joined Haynes. Got a call from the owner just as I wrapped up the other company. And he said, yeah, come on over and have a look around and see what we can do. Have a look at what they do. So their projects were even bigger than what I was doing, way bigger. So I got quite interested in that. And then, yeah, the green pasture sort of thing kicked in. You go, yeah, it is nicer over there. No accounting, I don't have to worry about accounting. I don't have to worry about any GST and all that hoopla. I just go in, do the job, and go home. So I quite like that. In the last few years, we've sort of just grown that side of that business to be what it is now. Yeah.